As Chris said, this Monday night, we start with breaking news, not only with the Europeans, but also with the Chinese. President Trump's trade war with China is now entering a new phase because the Chinese are hitting back and hitting back hard. They aren't just raising tariffs. They already did that. But they are suspending rare earth exports to the United States. Why is that important? Because rare earth materials are critical for making everything from cars to jet fighters to computer chips to medical equipment. And the Chinese are keeping that from the United States. They're here to play. Meanwhile, the Trump administration softened its tariffs by allowing exemptions on a number of electronic products. Trump defended the decision again today, using a line he repeatedly and frequently used since the trade war began.
I'm not like a block that just, I won't delay. It's called flexibility. It's not called inconsistency. It's called flexibility. The word flexibility is an important word. Sometimes there's flexibility. I think the word would be flexible. You have to be flexible. Look, I'm a very flexible person. I don't change my mind, but I'm flexible.
The president's back and forth on tariffs has been hard to follow. The plan changes quickly and often. The Chinese, on the other hand, have a 100-year plan. They are ready for war. They know what they want. They want to replace the United States as the world's superpower. And the Chinese are willing to endure pain to get to that goal. Trump's problems with tariffs is that he can't define his ultimate goal. That's our Why It Matters segment tonight. Let's compare Trump's overwhelming success with the border, which he has had, to the tariff quagmire. In the past, well, many presidents have made very clear goals. FDR, for example, wanted unconditional surrender during World War II. Reagan's strategy on the Cold War was simple. He said, we win, the Soviets lose. That's it. George W. Bush, America must defeat the Taliban. Barack Obama wanted free health care for all. He tried to deliver on that promise with the Affordable Care Act. Many of Trump's stated goals when it comes to the tariffs are contradictory to each other. He simply needs to be able to clearly define his goal with tariffs in one sentence, and it cannot be make America great again. That's a slogan, it's not a goal. Then he needs to explain to the American people why it's a goal worth sacrificing for. And confronting China is a goal worth sacrificing for. And then convince Americans to stay the course and endure the pain, short-term pain for long-term gain. So the tariff debacle, and that's what it's becoming, is in stark contrast to his success on immigration. So let's apply the above logic to the border. Trump set a goal to secure the border and deport all illegal immigrants. Easy to understand. The problems caused by illegal immigration were very easy to see. People felt it. They understood why it was worth fixing. And now Trump is keeping his promise. People coming across the border is down 99%. And moreover, there's been some negative media headlines. The media's tried to ding him on different things. There's been pressure. And Trump has not wavered an iota. That's especially true with the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He was mistakenly deported to El Salvador. Trump says Garcia will not be coming back to the United States, even though the Supreme Court said he should come back. The administration isn't backing off. Stephen Miller, for example, is going to war with reporters over it.
Guys, do you know the difference between a deportation order and a withholding order? Do you know the difference? Any of you, please. Do you?
Well, we're not in the government.
But you couldn't even spend 72 hours over the weekend learning the distinction, even though you've been writing and talking about it this whole time.
All right, so let's review with the border. Trump defined a goal and is not turning back on executing the policy. But with tariffs, his goals are ill-defined and constantly changing. Take, for example, Secretary Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce, trying to explain the decision to exempt some electronics.
The big tariffs on things like smartphones and laptops, iPhones, all those iPhones built in China, that those tariffs are temporarily off, but they're going to be coming right back on in another form in a month or so? Or what are you saying?
Correct. That's right. That's right. Semiconductors and pharmaceuticals will have a tariff model in order to encourage them to reshore, to be built in America.
If that doesn't make sense to you, it's because it's really confusing. And so far, the policy and messaging on tariffs has been an utter disaster, both economically and politically for the president. But as we have seen with the border, it does not have to be this way. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.